Hello, my friend. Today, we explore a place that looks gentle, feels safe, but quietly steals the strength of our future. Today, we learn English through a powerful story, the story of a trap hidden inside every human life, a trap so silent, so comfortable, that many never escape it. Listen closely, because this story may show you something about your own journey, something important, something you may have forgotten. There is a place inside every life called the comfort zone. From the outside, it looks perfect. Everything is familiar. Everything is predictable. There are no risks, no surprises, no fears to face. It is warm. It is peaceful. It is easy. But beneath this gentle surface lies a secret that most people never discover until it is too late. The comfort zone is not a home. It is not a shield. It is a trap. And the longer someone stays inside it, the smaller their world becomes. Imagine this zone as a small circle drawn in the sand. Inside the circle is everything you already know: your routines, your habits, your daily thoughts, your usual choices. Outside the circle lies everything you want: growth, confidence, new skills, new experiences, new strength. But the border of this circle is guarded by an emotion that feels heavier than iron. Fear, not fear of danger, not fear of loss, but fear of the unknown. Fear of stepping into a world that does not guarantee success. The comfort zone whispers, "Stay here, it is safe." And many listen. Not because they are weak, but because the voice sounds so convincing, it feels logical, it feels reasonable, it feels normal. So they stay. Days pass, weeks pass, years pass, and slowly, without realizing it, their circle grows smaller. Their dreams shrink, their courage fades, their confidence disappears. They stop exploring, they stop learning, they stop reaching, and they begin to accept a life that is less than what they once imagined. But the story of the comfort zone is not only a story of loss, it is also a story of awakening. Because there comes a moment when the silence of that safe place becomes too loud. A moment when a small, restless energy begins to move inside the heart. It feels like a whisper, a soft pull, a quiet question. Is this really all I can be? For some, this moment arrives when they face a challenge. For others, it comes when they feel bored, tired, or stuck. And for many, it comes when they see someone else growing, improving, changing, while they remain in the same place. This whisper marks the beginning of something powerful, something that can break the trap. To understand this moment, imagine the comfort zone as a house. Inside the house, everything is familiar. The same walls, the same furniture, the same windows. But one day, you walk toward a window and notice something surprising. Outside, the world looks brighter than before. You see people moving, learning, building, and expanding. You see opportunities. You see directions. You see possibilities. And suddenly, you wonder why you are still inside. The comfort zone senses this change, and it reacts. It tries to protect itself. It whispers again, "Don't go. It's too risky. What if you fail? What if you are not ready? What if people judge you? What if you lose what you have?" These whispers grow louder. They sound like logic. They sound like warnings. But in reality, they are chains. At this point, the story could end. Many people hear the whispers and sit down again. The door remains closed. The world outside continues without them. But sometimes, just sometimes, the whisper inside the heart becomes stronger than the whisper of fear. And that is when everything changes. The first step outside the comfort zone is never easy. It feels shaky. It feels uncertain. It feels uncomfortable. But this discomfort is not a sign of danger. It is a sign of growth. Think of a bird learning to fly. Before lifting off, its wings tremble. Its steps are unsure, but without those trembling steps, the sky would remain impossible. Growth always begins with discomfort. When someone steps outside their comfort zone, they enter a place called the learning zone. This place is wider, brighter, and more alive. Here, every experience becomes a teacher. Every mistake becomes a lesson. Every challenge becomes a bridge. It is not always comfortable, but it is always meaningful. In the learning zone, people discover something surprising. The fear they imagined was never as big as the fear they felt. The challenges they expected were never as impossible as they believed. And the unknown they avoided begins to look familiar. Because once you enter the learning zone, the unknown becomes the understood. But the story does not stop here. Beyond the learning zone lies an even greater space, the growth zone. This is where transformation happens. This is where people discover their potential, their creativity, their confidence, their power. In the growth zone, the world becomes wider than the mind ever imagined, and from this place, something extraordinary happens. The comfort zone begins to expand. The small circle in the sand grows larger. New experiences become comfortable. New skills become natural. What once felt impossible becomes normal, and the trap that once held them becomes a distant memory. However, the comfort zone has one final trick. It tries to return. It tries to pull people back. It whispers again, "You have done enough. You should stop here. Don't take any more risks." It wants stability. It wants familiarity. It wants silence. But those who have grown know the truth. Growth is not a destination. Growth is a direction. The comfort zone cannot hold someone who has already tasted self-belief. The most powerful part of this story is this. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, your future becomes larger. Every time you choose challenge over safety, your life opens. Every time you walk into discomfort, you discover a new version of yourself, a stronger one, a wiser one, a more confident one. Let us imagine something together. Imagine a road that stretches toward the horizon. On one side of the road stands the comfort zone, small, quiet, unchanging. On the other side stands possibility, wide, open, bright. Every morning, a person stands at the center of this road. One step leads backward, one step leads forward, and the choice repeats day after day. The question is never, can I grow? The real question is, will I choose to grow? Because growth is not a gift, it is a decision. Courage is not natural, it is trained. Confidence is not given, it is built. Success is not accidental, it is earned. One uncomfortable step at a time. The comfort zone trap is powerful because it feels peaceful. But true peace does not come from avoiding challenges. True peace comes from becoming strong enough to face them. True peace comes from knowing you are moving, evolving, expanding, not shrinking. Some people wait for motivation before stepping out. But motivation does not appear magically. Motivation grows when you take action. Action creates progress. Progress creates confidence. Confidence creates motivation. The cycle begins with a single step, a step that feels uncomfortable but necessary. Every great invention, every powerful idea, every success story, every transformation in history began with someone stepping outside their comfort zone. Not one of them started with perfect readiness. They started afraid. They started uncertain. They started uncomfortable. But they started. And now, let me tell you the heart of this story, the message hidden beneath every paragraph. Your comfort zone is not the enemy. It is the beginning. It is the place you start, not the place you finish. It is the seed, not the tree. It is the first chapter, not the last. You were not created to stay inside a small circle forever. You were created to expand it, again and again and again. And every time you take a single brave step, that circle enlarges. You grow. Your world grows. Your life grows. The comfort zone. Trap loses its power the moment you understand the truth. Discomfort is not a sign you should stop. Discomfort is a sign you are becoming stronger. So, my friend, wherever you are in your journey today, whether you feel stuck, uncertain, or ready for change, remember this story. Remember the whisper. Remember the door. Remember the circle drawn in the sand. Growth is waiting just outside. Strength is waiting just outside. A bigger, brighter, more confident version of you is waiting just outside. All it takes is one brave step.